Alright, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the Dirty Old Bastards World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprintcars series at Eldora. Back here under the lights here for race number 2. Do apologise, we're a little bit late getting into qualifying, trying to get some issues sorted on my end. We'll go through some of the cars, we'll go through your top 10 in qualifying at the moment. It's Tyler Henselman in the 21, quick time with a 13, 8:49. Craig Dunn, race number 1 winner. Second quick with a 13, 9:28. Luke Yanez, third quick with a 13, 9:29. Then we go back to Chris Roberts, Brandon Steele, round out your top 5. Alan Savell, Matthew Henninger, Jason Nygaard, Robert Scott, and Tom Procash. So we look at the 31 of Tyson Landis on the racetrack. In car number 8, it's Joshua Sikora. In the 094, Parker Davis. Tyson Landis, a 14.088. 14.088. A 14.681 for Joshua Sikora, and Parker Davis with a 14.360. Tyson Landis, his second lap was a 14.081. Joshua Sikora 14.632, and Parker Davis with a 14.503. So Tyson Landis goes to 5th quick, and that's pretty much about all. Parker Davis unable to get into the top 10. So as we watch another couple of cars coming out onto the racetrack, in the 71, it's going to be John Lepresto, also on the racetrack. In caliber 23, Anthony Lepresto. So they are brothers, have been around for quite some time. Wind them up, they'll go green off for turn number 4. Green flag is out for the Lepresto brothers. So John in the 71, Anthony in the 23. First lap time for Anthony Lepresto in caliber 23. Second quick with a 13.902. John Lepresto 9th quick with a 14.200. Can Anthony Lepresto, oh, he catches the wall, and it would have been good, I reckon. And John Lepresto as well catching the wall, but how about that? One of the last cars to come on the racetrack. And they go 2nd and 9th quick. So waiting on a couple of cars still to come out. Jacob Escalopio and John Lowe. Looks to be the 21st, so have a look at your grid here in just a moment. And I believe that may wrap us up here for qualifying. We get set. We'll go through your starting grid here in just a moment. Top 20 cars going through. I'm just waiting on the officials to roll on over into the race session, then we'll go through your starting grid. So just to recap your top 10, there it is. Checkered flag gets waved, which therefore we'll be able to go through your starting grid here in just a moment. So starting on the pole in caliber 21, it's going to be Tyler Henselman. To his outside in the 23, it's going to be Anthony Lepresto. Position number 3 will be the 057 of Craig Dunn, lining up alongside the 57 of Luke Yanez. So those two drivers start alongside each other in the first race, and they will continue to do so in race number 2. At position number 5, it's going to be the 93 of Chris Roberts lining up alongside the 31 of Tyson Landis. In the 005, Brandon Steele lines up at a position number 7. Alongside him is the 73 of Alan Samel. John Lopresto in the 71 lines up at a position at number 9. Alongside him in the 97, Matthew Henninger. At a position 11, we'll see the 22 of Jason Nygaard, and Robert Scott lines up alongside him in position number 12 in caliber 45. Parker Davis in the 094 lines up out of 13 alongside Tom Prakash out of 14. 15 will be the 127 of Stephen Hill. Alongside him is Steve Castle in the 911. Joshua Secor lines up out of 17 alongside him. Oh, excuse me. Out of position 18, the 39 of Jimmy Prakash. Gary Walbolt out of position number 19, and Corey Koss both out of position 20. And I'm not sure whether these two drivers, 24 drivers, actually get locked in. John Lowe will start out of position number 21, and Jacob Escalopio out of position number 22. That is tonight's starting grid. Just waiting on Escalopio in the 75 to get in, but so the fireworks go off in the background. Probably could get a camera shot of it, but we'll leave that one alone. Oh. So the drivers get the one to go from the race officials. So we get set to go green off turn number 4 this time by. You cannot go until the green flag drops. And as they say, when the green flag drops, the BS stops. Had quite a few cautions in race number 1. We'll see if the drivers can settle down early on. 35 laps in distance.
Green, green, green.
Hanselman. And Lopresto. Now, into turn number 1 and 2, we stay clean. Oh, the 005, Brandon Steele around Luke Yanez. Feel sorry for him. His car is wrecked again. In the 57, he's done for. Brandon Steele looks to be still circulating around the racetrack. Oh, and we see the 97, the Mopar entry of Matthew Henninger in the pits as well. So, not a good night for race number 2 of Matthew Henninger. Apologise, I may have just seen the overlays come up. So, we got these tricks cheering on for Craig Dunn. He actually picked up race number 1, looking to double down. So lights will turn off on the pace truck this time by. The drivers will be told, alright, tighten up, 1 to green, white flag, lap 38.
1 to green, guys, tighten up, single file, white flag, lap 38.
There we have it. From the race director himself. Does a fantastic job of keeping everybody intact, and that's the number 93 on screen of Chris Roberts. Roberts fighting for the championship as well, along with the 21 of Tyler Henselman.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
Green is out, and we're back underway here at Eldora. Race number 2 under the night sky. And Lepresto now. That's going to be Anthony Lepresto to the low side. Into turn number 1 and 2. A drag race down the back straightaway. Here comes Lepresto with a big slide job on Henselman now. Henselman back to the inside. No, he can't make the move. And keep an eye on Roberts using the low side in 1 and 2. But Anthony Lepresto leads down into turn number 3 and 4. Henselman not too far away on the back bumper of the 23. Both drivers getting a little bit out of shape as they come off turn number 4. Very, very tricky race conditions right now. Henselman looking through the middle, and how about this? Look at that. Now Donny's shot's kind of like line. There might be something now in 3 and 4 through the middle. But it is Anthony Lepresto at the moment. Henselman goes back up top. Into turn number 3 and 4 now. Roberts is going to try that middle line on the racetrack. Solid in third right now. The 71, I believe that's, yeah, it's John Lepresto in 4th. And Craig Dunn rounding out your top 5 to get back to Alan Samel, Parker Davis. I believe there's a Scott in there. Stephen Hill. Oh, Parker Davis upside down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, Jason Nygaard. Steve Castle in the 911 involved in that one. Wow. It all came unstuck. And it started with the 094. Just getting into the wall, trying to pull up safely on the racetrack. But not to be. Caution number 2 out. So we're on board here with Anthony Lepresto, your race leader. Just going to have a look at the track conditions, and I'll talk to you about what I mean and where there might be a middle lane developing. So you see right now there's a lot of grip, and that's just to the right there, that slick line, and that's where you don't want to run. In fact, where the pace car is rolling through right now, just here, just to the right where Lepresto is rolling through right now, there looks to be a fast line. It's just when you get to the corner exit, you've got to be really easy on the gas. So driver's been told tighten up. Single file, white flag, lap 41. So we'll go back to our Dirt Vision camera. And Lepresto will lead. Henselman, Roberts, Lepresto, Dunn, and Samel, your top 6. We're back underway here at Eldora. Henselman missing a front wing at this stage. I'm not sure how that's going to affect the car. Whether certainly going to tighten that race car up, that's for sure. So it's doing a nice job to hang on to second place now, Roberts. And speaking of Lepresto, here comes John Lepresto to the outside in car number 71. Races around the outside of Chris Roberts. That's your battle for third. Nearly 3 wide, in fact, almost 3 wide, as Roberts fights back on the inside of turn number 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 in the low sides there. 3 and 4, it's all in the middle and up top of the racetrack. Roberts to the high side and now ducks back down to the low. So top 3 and 4, bottom 1 and 2. Oh, Lepresto got out of the gas big time, otherwise he would have just drilled the back of the 93. Here comes John Lepresto to the inside of Roberts, and Roberts back around the outside. Nice battle on for the final podium spot on the racetrack. Oh, Craig Dunn.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Dunn got tagged. Holy race leader and second place car somehow get around the 057. In fact, Tyler Henselman just caught him just a little bit. Yes, a violent crash. Indeed. But now, as the 057 of Craig Dunn goes back up behind the pace truck looking to get a spot back. In fact, he's going to have to let all the guys by. Actually, with the way the restart system works, he'll actually be starting behind the race leader. So he will be a lap down. He will have a chance to race back to the lead lap, but you would think that he would just let the leaders go on by him. Oh, he'll be at the back of the bus anyway. It's tough and a tall order to get back towards the front of the field. The 911 of Steve Castle back out onto the racetrack. Anthony Lopresto leads Henselman, Roberts, and John Lopresto and Alan Samel rounding out your top 5.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
Green flag is out and your race leader just... Well, there must be something wrong with the 23 because he's not going. Not sure whether he was sleeping on the start or what, but they all somehow seem to manage to get around him and not cause a big pile-up, so well done to all the drivers. But now that 23 is fallen back to about 7th place now. In fact, indeed it is 7th, so he's going to look to gain it. Look at the drive he's got on the outside. He gets into the right rear of the 45. John Lowe making his way through the racetrack. How about Robertson Henselman? They're going to go 1 and 2 at the moment. And here comes the 23. That car is bad 855 fast. Slide job on Hill. Completing the slide off for turn number 4. But Hill's going to fight back to the inside. Hill looking to the... No, in fact, he's going to stay in behind Roberts. But now it's that 23 who is making a charge back towards the front of the field. And look at Anthony Lopresto go. Slide job up in front of Samel. Excuse me, Samel back to the outside. Well, Lopresto running the bottom in 3 and 4, and he now moves up to position number 4 in a big slider to get back to the top of the racetrack. Up to position number 4, and let me tell you, he is not done here just yet. What a race in front and between. Oh, he's into the wall. He gets it off the wall. He doesn't lose any positions right now. So Henselman, your race leader from John Lopresto, Chris Roberts, and then Anthony Lopresto. Here comes Stephen Hill with a big slide job on Samel. Battle for third. Roberts on the inside and Anthony Lopresto on the outside. He takes over third. And the 23 is hauling 805 right now. Man, that is bad fast. Speaking of Lopresto, John Lopresto goes to the front of the field and the yellow flag comes out. And the timing of that, because the lap cars will stay in position. And just as the yellow come out, Anthony Lopresto put a slider on the lap car on the 911 of Steve Castle, but it looks like the Castle also missing a front wing. May bring a left-hand turn into pit road. So there is Castle will bring that 911 down to the pits. And we'll see if that crew can get that car worked on and put a front wing back on the 911. So let's think about this for a moment here. Anthony Lopresto was your race leader on the last restart. He did not go. All the cars went around him with the green flag, so there was no foul play. Might have been a steering or a pedal issue or something like that, but it is what it is. He fell back to 7th and now he drove back up to 3rd. So as they enter turn number 3 and 4, it'll be single file, white flag unknown. We're waiting here from the race director.
Tighten up, single file, white flag, lap 47.
White flag.
12 laps to go, guys.
There we go, 12 to go. White flag on lap 47. So 12 to run here. John Lepresto leads Henselman, leading Anthony Lepresto. We'll see if that 23 goes this time. We'll keep an eye. And the green is out. No bad start for any one of your drivers inside of the top 5. And look at Roberts going to the low side on Lepresto. Nice battle going on for third. Roberts now up into P number 3, looking to take over second. 11 to go, and Roberts, they got around. Oh, Henselman into the wall. And well, he climbs it, but let me tell you, he keeps it going. 10 to run. And it's Little Presto boys out in front, 1 and 2 at the moment. Roberts trying everything he can to break that one up, but looks like the high side is the place to be at the moment. Oh, wow. Yellow is out, so we'll see the white flag on lap number 50. And we could have 9 laps to run. As they're underpacing now, then it'll be 2 to green. So Henselman climbs the wall for the second time in 2 races. And we'll see where the 21 is at the moment. Oh no, he's actually taking the left-hand turn into pit road, and that's going to hurt him when it comes to the championship points. We'll see if that crew can get working on the 21. He'd ideally like to not go a lap down. And we'll see how long it takes, and if he can get that 21 back out onto the racetrack, because that would be absolutely heartbreaking if he is unable to get that 21 on the racetrack. There is Jimmy Prakash in the 39 and Stephen Hill in the 127 back in pit roads themselves.
One to green go, tighten up, single file, white flag, lap 50. 9 laps to go.
So, I did call it, my math is correct. 9 laps left to run. John Lepresto leads Anthony. Chris Roberts in 3rd. 4th is Alan Samel. 5th is, I believe, is Tom Prakash. I'll go through the order here in a moment when we get a bit of breathing time. We've got 9 laps left to run. 4.5 miles to go.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
And the green is out, and we are back underway. So Lepresto, that's John out in front. Anthony was your race leader earlier on. And they're just using that high side to perfection at the moment. Oh, wow. Anthony Lepresto tags the wall big time off turn number 4 on the main straightaway. So that may just tighten up just a little bit. Yellow is out, and white flag lap number 53, which means we're going to have about 7 to go. Oh, John Lowe looks to be involved in that one. And maybe the 094 of Parker Davis, but, well, Tyler Henselman unable to be out on the racetrack. So while we've got time, we're going to go through your top 10 left on the screen. So John Lepresto leads Anthony Lepresto. Chris Roberts in 3rd, Alan Samel. Tom Prakash in 5th, Josh Secor in 6th, Corey Cosboth in 7th, Gary Walbolt, John Lowe, and Craig Dunn. I know Craig Dunn is back into the pits, so I think big 20 of John Lowe is still on the racetrack. Yep, this ATVO likes to give me some kind of grief. Not sure why it's showing there. That's nice little ATV issue. So the lights are out, 7 to go.
Green flag. Green flag.
Can John Lepresto hang on? Will Anthony Lepresto take the win, or are we going to see Chris Roberts in victory lane here at Eldora? Back after it now, and Roberts going to continue to use that low side of the racetrack. So both John and Anthony Lepresto really fast in the UW Motorsports. Number 71 and 23. Slide jump for the lead. Brothers, teammates, and 5 to run. Here comes John, returning serve. Into turn number 1 and 2. It's a drag race down the back straight away. There is the big slide jump from Anthony right now, but John going to look to fight back on the inside. I believe we got 4 to go. John keeping it pinned, or trying to keep it pinned on the low side, but that may have just cost him the big race. Running the bottom. 3 to run, I believe. That top side may have just cost, well, the bottom may have just cost John Lepresto, and keeping that car on the bottom.
2 to go.
2 to go, there it is. So Anthony Lepresto, after that issue on one of the restarts, fell back to 7th. Driven his way back to the front. The white flag is out. 4 corners to negotiate. Half a mile around the Big E. Famous for its wall ride right up alongside the wall racetrack. And there it is. Into turn number 3 and 4. He will pick up the W. Anthony Lepresto comes home in first. John Lepresto second. Third, we'll go to Chris Roberts. Alan Samel comes home in 4th. So let's go through your finishing results here for race number 2 at Eldora. The Dirty Old Bastards, one of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series. There it is. Anthony Lepresto from the outside of the front row picks up the win. John Lepresto comes home in 2nd. 3rd will be Chris Roberts. 4th, we'll go to Alan Samel. Joshua Secor up to position number 5. 6 is going to be Corey Gosboth. Gary Walbolt in 7th. 8th will be Tom Prakash. The last car on the lead lap, John Lowe. 11 laps down, will finish in 9th. Craig Dunn will finish in 10th. 11th is going to go to Tyler Henselman. 12th, Jimmy Prakash, Stephen Hill, Steve Castle, Parker Davis, Robert Scott, Jason Nygaard, Tyson Landis, Brandon Steele, Luke Yanez. Your 20th car, Matthew Henninger and Jacob Escalopio, a DNF in that one. So it looks like we'll have a chat with Chris Roberts, who picks up 3rd place. And we are chatting with 3rd place driver of the number 93, Chris Roberts. Chris, congratulations on the 3rd place. Man, that track was black slick.
Yeah, thanks, Brett. Yeah, this track was, it's slicked off, but it was still had a lot more traction than that day race did.
And you tried that bottom, for quite some time, but I guess those Lepresto boys were kind of too good in the end and run on that top side of the racetrack.
Yeah, them two were dialed in. That's my usual Eldora curse struck again in the first race. Went up top, hit the wall once, and jumped the car. So this one I wanted to make sure I finished. So I was keeping it as far away from the wall as I could. So bottom through 1 and 2 worked for me, and there was some stuff there in the middle of 24 that was working good enough.
Look, Tyler Henselman finished 11th, so you'll gain some more points on him after race 1. He gained a couple of points on you, but still a close battle between you guys for the championship.
Yeah, it probably come out to almost an even split. I might have pulled away a little bit. I know he finished, I think, 2nd in the first one. I was 9th, and I got 3rd, and he 11th. So it'll be roughly still right around 20 points. Last week, after both races, it was still a 20-point margin leaving last week, and it was 20 going in. It was 20 going in tonight, so it'll definitely be a tight battle all the way down.
Well done on 3rd place, man. I'm sure you got some sponsors you want to thank.
Yeah, the usual shout out to Dirty Old Bastards. They're a great league, have some fun. Dirt Tracking Bastards, the team that I'm on. You see the rest of the team cars. You, Brett, Ultimate Dirt TV. Thanks for for doing this. And I guess since I've now got a name, I'll let the sponsor announcement out of the bag. Blue Spear has come on to broadcast the 360 and 410 series for next season. They're going to be the naming rights for both series as well. It's an energy company, turn waste into energy. So glad that they come on board, and looking forward to next season with them.
Yeah, next season should be a big one. Trophies for both winners as well. So it's nice that the sponsors come on board and put those kind of prizes up for grabs.
Yes, that's really nice. The 360 champion will receive a trophy. They're doing something special for the 410s. The top 3 in the points for 410s. The top 3, they'll all get a trophy. So once again, thanks to Blue Spear for coming on. And this should be fun, and hopefully we can make it a good relationship and carry on down the road for future seasons.
Oh man, well done on 3rd place, and we'll see you back next week.
Thanks, Brett. See you.
There we have it. That was Chris Roberts coming home in 3rd place. And that will do it here for Ultimate Dirt TV, race number 2 of the Dirty Old Bastards, All of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series. Race number 1, won by Craig Dunn. Race number 2, won by Anthony Lepresto. So well done to those 2 drivers and the podium as well for both races. And on behalf of everyone here at Ultimate Dirt TV, we'll see you back here next week. My name's Brett Wheeler. Take care and good night.